I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, babies? How you doing? It is a great day and I have a great author on the show today. You don't want to miss this. Miss Denise Neal is on the show. I want to welcome her today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, no problem. So, girlfriend, how did you know you were going to be writing a book of poetry, nonetheless?
Well, my love of poetry started when I was about 13 years old. So, yeah, I always knew that I wanted to write books of poems.
Did you have like journals and notebooks everywhere?
I had journals and pieces of paper everywhere. So, like, when a poem would come to me, I would just quickly grab a piece of paper and write it down.
Yeah, me too. My mom hated it. It was everywhere. Yeah. I still have it everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, okay, so poetry, what does that do for you? Does that help you through, throughout your life? And how has it helped you?
Well, it helped me a lot because, like, certain situations in my life happened and I couldn't, like, express it with my mouth. But I found that writing how I felt on paper really released a lot of things for me. And it's a tool of healing in a way for me too.
I got you. It's so cool because you said that's a tool of healing for you. Is that your inspiration, or what did it inspire you?
Well, what inspired me, yes, that's my tool of inspiration. So, as things happened in my life, that's the way I use to release certain emotions and within myself.
Right. It's so cool how if you can take pen to a piece of paper and just write it down, how it just releases the stress, it releases everything. When did you notice that was helping you?
I would say about the age of 16. I realized that writing my feelings on paper really helped me in, relationships with my brothers and sisters and, peers outside of the home.
It's so important to have that release and to have that mechanism that you can actually, get rid of the stress. Stress is really bad for you. It's horrible. And so getting rid of that is so cool. But you write poetry about love. Why?
And that stems from my relationship I developed with the Lord. Because as I stated earlier, that things happen in my life that writing really helped me with. But as I developed a relationship with the Lord, God really began to show me what love was. And so the stronger my relationship with the Lord became, the more love from God I felt. And it just like, as they say, like, had me like bursting at the seams. And then I just felt like I had to share it with others so that they would know the love of God as well.
It's so important. God is amazing. I mean, in certain people don't believe, but at the end, you're all going to believe. I'm just going to say that. Because it's going to be like, God save me. There is no other being in this universe, in this galaxy, in any existence that loves as the Most High does love. And that is so important to write it down and to experience that love. When you write your words on the paper, do you experience that love that you're writing down?
Yes, I experience the love so greatly. It's as if God is speaking through me as I write the words on the paper. So it's like a communication with God. I'm speaking to God. God is speaking through me to write on paper. If you understand what
I do. I definitely do. I definitely do. I truly believe that when the Most High breathed that breath of life into your body and you took that first breath, that was the breath of the Most High. And if we just listen to that little voice, you know, that little voice that tells you, don't do that. And you do it
Yeah,
anyway. That's not you.
exactly.
Hello. That's not you. Because if that was me telling me to stop, I would have stopped and I wouldn't have gotten in so much trouble.
Exactly.
So that is
That's
not me. That's not you. That's the Most High telling you, hey, can you please just stop and listen? And
exactly.
writing it down is just so much better. It's just so
hmm
much better. So much better. Wow. Wow. That is so cool. So what do you hope to accomplish by writing this book? And what do you want people to get from this?
But I hope to accomplish that people will draw to God even the more and even develop their own relationship with the Lord to know that true love do exist through the Lord our
Mhm.
God.
It's important that everybody understands that. Wow. Wow.
hmm
You know, what kind of advice do you give to the person who may be writing, like have like journals of just poetry and they're just too ashamed to put it out or they don't think they're any good? What do you tell them?
I would tell them to do it. Okay. Don't let fear stop you from what you feel that God is inspiring you to do. Okay, because that was at first that was my roadblock, so to speak. Fear, because I was wondering, what if I do it and this happens and that happens and this happens? This is what I was going through. But I realized that I had to have faith and just step out on faith and just do it.
When you did it, when you put out that book, when you put out that book, and we're going to talk about the book in a second. When you put out that book of poetry, how did that feel?
I feel it was like a sense of relief that I actually did it.
Wow.
It was like a huge sense of relief that I actually did it and that God was with me in doing it.
You know, are there any regrets or are you like, so like, so did you get scared? Like, you know, when you put something out and you're like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? Did you get that way when you put this book out?
At first I did. I was a little nervous, like what people gonna think of it and how it's gonna affect people. I was a little nervous at first. But when it all came down to it, I just said, God, you have your way.
That's right.
And I just believe that this will be a positive influence for people and a way to help people heal.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for writing this book of poetry. What is the name of the book? Now that we're here at this location, everybody wants to know what the name of the book is.
The name of the book is called Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
That's cool.
This is actually my second book I have written.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. So you're a pro at this.
I wouldn't call myself a pro. I just write as God leads.
I would definitely call you a pro. I mean, you've written one, you've written two, you know, you're gonna keep going. Are you gonna keep going?
Yes, actually, I've just got finished done my third book, which is a novel, actually.
And you talking about you not a pro. A novel, girl, please. Please, don't even try me like that. But thank you so much. Where can people find it? Huh?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I was saying something and then you said something. So go ahead and say it. What were you saying?
I said God gets all the glory.
Hallelujah. Amen. That's why I wanted to stop, because I thought I heard that. Yes. To all glory be to the Most High. Where can people find your books?
Currently it's only online. Currently, Amazon Books. All the major online bookstores you can find it at. Okay,
great. And it is signed, sealed, and delivered. Pure Love series.
Yes.
Definitely. We're going to have all that information in the description box below. Denise, thank you so much for being on the show, man. I appreciate it for you taking your time out and writing down your love for the Most High on the pages of this wonderful book that people can read and share. It is definitely precious. Thank you so much.
Thank you again for having me.
Anytime. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out that book, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. I am so excited about this book. It's on Amazon, and we will have the link in the description box below. I want to thank you guys so much again, and don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.
I did to be different. I did to be different. I did to be different. I did.